No stylish, no Chanel, Saint Laurent, Gucci bag, huh?
French Montana is back with new music, and his latest song, No Stylist, not only has him in it, but Drake too. Between the lyrics and the music video, there's a lot to process, so let me help you out. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to King Trending for more future rap content, and let's get right into the video. Number 6. My Beat from London. It seems like a lot of singers recently are using the opening lines of their songs to pay tribute to various people, whether it be friends, other singers, or people who helped make their music. French Montana is no different, as he kicks off No Stylist with the following shout out. I'm in London, got my beat from London.
I'm in London, got my beat from London.
I style.
It may be easy to think that he's just singing about the city of London for one reason or another, but in fact, he's actually singing about the producer London on the track, a person who has worked with not just French Montana in the past, but also Kodak Black and many more. Granted, his new producer tag, London on the Track, is making its debut on this single, but he's always used the name London in one version or another. So why would a singer drop the name of his producer at the beginning of the track? Well, the same reason that a lot of other singers would drop the name of their producers of their songs during their tracks to pay respect.
London, got my beat from London.
I style. No stylish.
I've been saying it a lot recently, but there's a lot of people that go into making a song. Sure, you can have one person make a song, but then there's no feedback and no back and forth how to make it better. With a producer and a team of people, you can make things so much better, especially if that team has a wide variety of skills. For through that mixing of skills can come a really cool result. And it's important to note that French Montana clearly respects London on the Track, because he brought him back after working on a previous song, so he appreciates his talent on some very high levels. So the name drop him like this is an honoring and tribute to a person he trusts and appreciates. Plus, if French Montana is a big hit as each of them hope, they'll have another collaboration in the future, no doubt. Number 5. Money and all that comes with it. It seems like more and more these days you hear about rappers and other artists singing about what they make and what they do with their money. You could argue that this is a key part of the music culture in some aspects. For after all, you sing not just to get fame, but to get fortune. And to his credit, French Montana has a lot of money at his disposal. And his last appraisal of net worth has him around $8 million, which is just an estimate of his total value, not exactly what he's actually worth, which makes the chorus of No Stylist all the more poetic in some ways. Iced out Stylist. No Stylist, Stylist. New Chanel, Saint Laurent, Gucci bag, Lifestyle, Stylist. No Stylist, Stylist. Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choo, that's on you, huh? Diamonds on my neck, frozen tears, tears. Hopping up the jet, leers, leers.
No Chanel, Saint Laurent, Gucci bag, huh? Lifestyle.
If you're missing some of the intent here, I got your back. Many of the things he's singing here are brands of clothing, jewelry, or jets. For example, Iced Out and Frozen Tears are references to diamonds. With $8 million or more at his disposal, there is no doubt that he has access and means to all sorts of diamonds and great jewelry. Given the mystique that many of these singers want to have, French Montana no doubt goes all out to make sure that he's shining in all the best ways. As for Chanel, Saint Laurent, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and etc., those are clothing brands, some of which are so expensive that people only dream about having them. To some, these brands are an essential part of the appearance of the modern day rapper. Plus, you know he wants to show off to his friends and of course the ladies. Yet, it doesn't end there. Lears is a jet brand, one that actually went bankrupt in 1990, but then got bought out and jets are still being made. Ironically, it's a Canadian jet brand. Why is that ironic? Well, Drake is in the song, and he's Canadian, so it's possible that Drake referenced this line of jets to French Montana to use because they're quality. Either way, him mentioning more than once that he has access to jets to pick him up and drop him off enforces just how much money he really has. It's clear that French Montana is very proud of the money he has, and even references some of the other things he uses the money on, which I won't get into here, but you can paint a picture, I'm sure. Regardless, he wants people to know how successful he is and that he needs no stylist to improve upon what he has. He's using his natural skills and talent to make his music, and that has made him a lot of money, and will likely do as time goes on. Number 4. Not messing with haters. While it's true that French Montana took the time to address his fame, he also decided to take the time to address those who have judged him in the past, or even in the present. For his first verse reads, "F they talking about? Fast talk, running laps. I'm not playing that shit. French vanilla sipping on. Learjet's picking up. Home call, Morocco. I'm here, no stylist. And I ain't playing with these bitches. They childish. Huh? Yeah, look around. They quiet. She said I ain't got no heart. Bitch, find it."
They quiet. She said I ain't got no heart. Find it.
It might be an easy miss, but French Montana is talking about how people keep ragging on him or dissing him, and it just doesn't make sense to him. So he's not gonna get into it. He's above that. That's why he asks about what they're talking about, for he can't comprehend their fast talk. Ironically, it would be easy to get into beef with some of the people who are throwing shade at him, because that's what a lot of his fellow singers do. But he sees himself above that in many ways, mainly because he has good friends and lots of success and money. Case in point, that French Vanilla Sippin' Online is actually a reference to Sean Diddy Combs,
Fresh vanilla sipping on, lid just picking up, Hong Kong, Morocco.
who actually named a special line of his Ciroc brand, a brand of alcohol, and called it French Vanilla after French Montana. You know you have a good friend when they're naming a line of their brand after you. And then when he's done having drinks with Diddy, he can hop on the jet and fly home to Morocco, where he's from. As he looks around at those who are judging him for what he does, they're quiet because they have nothing to say on the matter. And for those who call him heartless, it just shows that they don't know him because he has a heart. You just have to find it. Number 3, In Control. As Drake arrives into the song, he's more than happy to talk about how he's on the top of his game, for his opening lyric is, "I got the game in a squeeze." Who disagree? I want to see one of y'all run up a B.
I got the game in a squeeze. Who disagree? I wanna see one of y'all run up a beat.
In a squeeze is a version of in the palm of my hand, meaning that he has the entire music world in his hand and he's not letting go, but in a non-dictator way. And it's hard to argue with that, as he happily notes in the next line. What does run up a B mean? Well, in July of 2018, Drake became the first artist in history to ever have 1 billion streams in a week. I want you to think about that for a second. 1 billion streams. That's a lot, but in a week? That's insane. That just shows how popular Drake is, and that it isn't slowing down given all the hits he's had in 2018. So this is basically an open challenge. If you think you can do better than Drake, you have the gauntlet you need to surpass, and it's not an easy one. So if you do manage to pass it, you know you've earned it. Number 2, old school music video. I always find it interesting to see what kind of style a singer will go with their music video. Some will go for the very elaborate setting, major props and outfits, VFX and more, but for no stylist. French Montana and Drake kind of do a riff on this by doing a very basic and old school like music video. For example, much of what is shown in the music video is all the things that they have. Their cars, their clothes, their jewelry, the company they keep, the events they go to, and etc. It's all very basic. And they even had the green screen background for their car scene, and then spoofed that part by actually showing the green screen as the shooting ends. Adding to that, some of their friends having fun, a set of beautiful models, and you have something that is very, very simple, basic, and yet it's a lot of fun. But they also don't sacrifice the music. There are times when French Montana and Drake are just singing in front of colored walls and nothing more, because they want you to focus on the lyrics. It's the simple things that matter at times. I think that's what French Montana and Drake were trying for here. Number 1, don't need fancy things. An interesting contrast from what Drake sings about and what French Montana sings about is their style of clothes and items. For as noted previously, French Montana happily sang about all the things he owns, including expensive clothing lines. But for Drake, he's not interested in that. He's interested in other things. No Chanel, Nike track, doing road with some waps. And that's capo in the back. And that's swole in the back. Don't need Gucci on my back. TB Gucci got my back.
Doing roll with some waps, and that's capo in the back, and that's swole in the back.
So here Drake is saying that he doesn't need things like Chanel or Gucci. He's perfectly fine with things like Nike, which is international as he had just signed a deal with them. The ironic thing is that Drake most definitely has the money to buy all the high-class things. His net worth is around $100 million. So it's not a question of, do I have the money? It's more of, what do I spend it on? Or the better question, what do I spend my time on? You may not realize it in the lyrics, but he's talking about how he lifts weights pretty extremely now. In his teen days, when he was on Degrassi, he was thin and lanky. But now, he's ripped. In fact, he's basically a bodybuilder, and is so muscular that even his back has grown muscles. What Drake makes clear here is that though he likes certain fancy things, he's fine with the basics, and he knows what he wants to accomplish with his looks and health. What did you think of this breakdown of No Stylist by French Montana with the help from the one and only Drake? Do you find a new appreciation for the song? Did you think that the duo made good use of the song and video? What do you think was either the best part of the song or the music video? Did you see something that I might have missed? Let me know in the comments down below, and be ready for the next video where I break down more rap songs. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these 3. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.